No, he will be a child of light.
He was the man who lit up the world, but in the end he sat alone in darkness. His ideas shaped the future of every human alive today.
I gave the world light, yet I sit here in shadows.
Yet when he died, barely anyone noticed. His name was Nikola Tesla.
I worked my entire life, and yet the world barely noticed.
A dreamer, a scientist, an outsider, a genius beyond his century. Today his inventions pulse through every socket, every machine, every signal that travels through air, but in life, he walked a path filled with silence, sacrifice, and unseen tears.
Everything I imagined now flows through the world. In life, I walked a path of silence, sacrifice, and unseen tears.
Nikola Tesla's story doesn't begin with celebration, fame, or grand laboratories. It begins in a small, remote village, surrounded by mountains, far from the world of industry and wealth. The night he was born in 1856 was filled with thunder and lightning. Rain crashed against the window as if the heavens themselves were in conflict. A flash struck so close that it illuminated the room where a newborn took his first breath. The frightened midwife whispered that this storm meant misfortune.
This storm is a bad omen. Perhaps a curse.
Perhaps a curse, but his mother, calm and wise, gently held her child and said, "No, he will be a child of light." That single sentence became a prophecy history would spend a century trying to understand.
No. He will be a child of light.
Tesla grew up with a mind that did not function like others. While children around him saw the world as it was, he saw the world as it could be. He could imagine entire machines operating inside his head, watching them spin, transform, and evolve before they ever touched a piece of metal. He needed no blueprint, no trial and error on a table. His experiments happened behind his eyes, and his memory was so sharp that he could recall entire books.
I see it all. Every piece, every motion. It works perfectly in my mind before touching a thing.
His imagination was not play, it was architecture. Even as a boy, he suffered intense visions, flashes of light that would appear before his eyes, followed by images so vivid that sometimes he could not tell where reality ended and thought began. Was it illness? Was it a gift? No one knew. But Tesla learned to treat his visions not as torment, but as tools. Every flicker of the mind was a doorway to invention.
These visions, they are not my torment. They are my tools. My doorway to creation.
Most geniuses are formed in schools or universities, but Tesla's true mentor was his mother, a woman who, despite never receiving formal education, created tools, crafts, and devices out of nearly nothing. Tesla admired her creativity deeply. Later in life, he said that all of his inventive abilities came from her, and it was not the world nor the professors that shaped him. It was the silent creativity of a mother who lived far ahead of her time. As Tesla grew older, he began studying engineering and physics, and there his passion ignited like wildfire. His professors marveled at his ability to calculate complex problems in his mind, but they feared his ideas. Tesla spoke without hesitation about what he believed would become the future, lighting cities with invisible power, communicating across continents without wires, tapping into the earth itself for limitless energy. Instead of applause, he met disbelief.
Maybe I speak of a world they cannot yet see.
The world was not ready to hear such ideas, and perhaps that is where the loneliness first began. After his studies, Tesla worked in European telegraph and electrical engineering centers, but his ideas were too large for the continent. His dreams needed a bigger world, a world of industry, ambition, and possibility. And so, with a heart full of hope and pockets nearly empty, a young Tesla sailed across the ocean to the United States. He arrived with 4 cents, a few poems, and a mind so rich that even poverty could not steal from him. New York City, smoke, steel, and opportunity. It was here that fate crossed his path with Thomas Edison, already a respected inventor and businessman, powerful, well-connected, and praised by society. When Tesla began working for Edison, many believed the world was about to witness the greatest partnership in scientific history, but geniuses rarely walk the same road. Edison believed that electricity would be delivered through direct current, a system that worked but was limited, expensive, and impractical for long distances. Tesla proposed alternating current, a design that could travel endlessly, power cities affordably, and reach the entire world. The disagreement was not simply scientific, it became ideological, personal, and historical. Edison was a businessman who understood profit and patents.
Direct current is reliable, profitable, and proven. This is the future of electricity.
Tesla was a visionary who cared only about humanity's progress.
Alternating current will travel farther than any cable you build for. It will power homes, cities, nations, and one day, the entire world.
Edison wanted control. Tesla wanted liberation. Their conflict would soon be remembered as the Current War. Tesla eventually found supporters, including industrialist George Westinghouse, who believed in his AC system. Together, they proved that Tesla's vision was not fantasy, but the true path forward. And so the world adopted alternating current as the global standard, the very system still used in homes and buildings everywhere. It was a victory for mankind, but not for Tesla. Despite his brilliance, Tesla was not a man drawn to wealth, luxury, or public admiration. His greatest dream was not simply to power the world, but to give it energy freely, energy drawn not from fuel nor coal, nor wires, but from the very earth and atmosphere itself. His landmark attempt to do this would be the Wardenclyffe Tower, a massive structure built to transmit wireless power across long distances. Imagine a world where ocean waves, city streets, farms, villages, and every home could receive electricity without payment, without pollution, without fuel. That is what he saw.
One day, the Earth itself will carry energy. No wires, no fuel, no cost. Power shared with all mankind.
A gift for humanity. But such a dream collided with the real powers of society, business, industry, and profit. Investors withdrew. Funding collapsed. Newspapers mocked the project. Powerful men quietly ensured Tesla would not succeed.
If his energy becomes free, our industries die.
The tower stood unfinished, like a monument to human potential abandoned by human greed. Yet Tesla continued to dream. He spoke of machines that could extract power from the Earth's magnetic field, remote-controlled devices, wireless communication, radar-like systems, artificial lightning experiments, and inventions that even today remain mysterious. He predicted smartphones, drones, self-driving technology, renewable energy, Wi-Fi, and global telecommunications long before any blueprint appeared. But the more he dreamed, the more society distanced itself from him. They said he was insane because they could not understand him. They said he was dangerous because they could not control him. They said he was irrelevant because he refused to monetize his genius. So slowly the world turned its back. His decline was not sudden. It was a long, silent descent. He drifted from laboratories into hotel rooms, where he continued to write, calculate, and imagine. Long after midnight, he believed that loneliness was the price of clarity because no one else could follow the path he walked. His only true companions became pigeons whom he fed with tenderness and treated with the affection he could never share with a spouse or children. He spoke of one pigeon with such love that many thought his heart belonged more to nature than to humanity. He said that when she was injured, he felt pain inside his soul, and when she died, he felt that his life's work had ended.
When you hurt, I hurt here, in my soul.
Tesla never stopped thinking. His final notebooks contained ideas that governments and scientists would study long after his death. Some were peaceful, some defensive, and some so advanced they bordered on frightening. When he died alone in 1943, the world took little notice. The newspapers were brief. The ceremonies were minimal. The man who illuminated mankind was left in the shadows. His belongings, drawings, and research documents were seized and examined not by historians but by intelligence agencies. Much was archived, some was lost, and some remains classified. Perhaps humanity still isn't ready. But time, unlike fame, is honest. Today, Tesla's inventions echo through every corner of modern life. From the power lines above our heads to the wireless signals that connect us, from medical imaging to robotics, drones, satellites, renewable energy concepts, and modern computing, Tesla didn't just witness the future, he built the foundation for it long before others believed it was possible. Tesla once said the present belongs to them. The future for which I really worked belongs to me. And now that future has arrived. His name rises higher each year, celebrated by scientists, dreamers, innovators, filmmakers, engineers, and children who wonder what else might be possible. In his spirit lives a simple but powerful reminder. Greatness is not always rewarded when it is born. Sometimes the world must evolve before it can recognize its heroes. Nikola Tesla was not merely an inventor, nor only a scientist. He was a bridge, a human doorway between the world we knew and the world that was waiting. Today, when lights glow, when machines hum, when messages travel through air, when technology advances faster than imagination, the whisper of his legacy travels with it. He is no longer the forgotten man. He is the eternal spark. Nikola Tesla, the man who gave the world a future long before it arrived,